Hello!
Hello guys!
So we are going to, this video will be a reaction on the new Spiderman No Way Home trailer. So yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
We have a t-shirt.
Groot. Baby Groot.
Groot. Big fan of Marvel.
Oh, look at this. This is a good one. Some suggest that Parker's powers include the male spider's ability to hypnotize females.
Stop, come on.
Yes, my spider lord.
Can we just stay up here all day? It is so crazy down there.
That's right, folks. Spider-Man is in fact Peter Parker.
Listen, I did not kill Mysterio. The drones did. The drones that are yours.
Does any part of you feel relieved about all this?
What do you mean?
Now that everybody knows, you don't really have to hide or lie to people.
For the record, I never wanted to lie to you. But having you tell someone that you're Spider-Man. Now everybody knows.
Oh, they know.
This isn't about me. This is hurting a lot of people. I've just been thinking about how to fix all of this.
It's fucked up.
So, Peter, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm sorry to bother you, sir.
Please, we saved
That's
our people
strange.
together. I think we're beyond you calling me sir.
Okay, Steven.
How dare you call me sir?
It's weird, but I'll allow it.
It's rude.
When Mysterio revealed my identity, my entire life got screwed up.
Oh yeah, Mysterio. It's
I was wondering if maybe
in
you
the
could
second
make it
movie.
so that he never did.
Strange. Don't cast that spell. It's too dangerous. Fine. I won't. The entire world is about to forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Wait, everyone? Can't some people still know?
That's not how the spell works.
So MJ's gonna forget about everything we've ever been through.
Stop tampering with the spell.
Oh my god, Ned, he's my best friend. Oh, my Aunt May should really stop talking. What just happened?
We tampered with the stability of space-time. The multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little. The problem is you trying to live two different lives. The longer you do it, the more dangerous it becomes.
Oh
Be careful what you wish for, Parker.
no. Oh, there is all the evil from all the Spider-Man.
yes.
Yeah, from all the Spider-Man. And they even showed the actors from the older Spider-Man.
Really?
You didn't recognize? It was the actor that was in the very first Spider-Man movies.
Here.
Here, yes,
Yes.
this one. This.
I know, but I thought you talk about Spiderman.
No. Her friend Valentine, she talked about this trailer. She said we had to watch it, and she said that there will be all actors coming to the movie, all Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the one in The Amazing Spider-Man,
Yes.
and the very first one, where you have this one.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, and I think the green, like I don't remember the name.
Are you stupid or something?
The villain, but you know the green,
Yeah.
like.
You serious?
I can't find my word. In French, I know it.
The Green Goblin.
Yes. the Green Goblin, the father of Peter Parker's best friend.
Yes.
You recognize the laugh,
Yes.
and I think they chose to use
Oh, yeah.
the old actor. This actor is amazing to play this. I remember when I first watched the first Spider-Man, I was so frightened by this guy. His laughter is horrible.
The actor is amazing.
Yeah. So I think that there will be like it's multiverse. I think there will be all Spider-Man coming together.
I think it will be so cool.
Yeah. I don't know if there is another trailer where we can see the other Spider-Man. Yeah, that's this.
Yeah.
It's not the laugh of the.
Be careful what you wish for, Parker.
I'm gonna wait till it's over.
Hello, Peter.
It's not the laugh that the Green Goblin had in the Amazing Spider-Man. You know there was the second movie. There was the best friend of Peter, who ended up to be the Goblin, and it wasn't that laugh at all. This one was in the first movie, but I'm pretty sure it's the old actor.
Me too.
It's it's I don't know what I was going to say. Yeah, we need to check if there is another one. I really want to see if the second, the Amazing Spider-Man, will be in the movie.
I don't think so.
Just type Spider-Man No Way Home 2 or Trailer 2, something like that. Maybe there is only one because it just came out.
It's in Christmas.
Yeah, but the trailer, the first one just came out.
Yes.
So maybe that's why there is not a second one. Because there is 2 for the Eternals. But the Eternals...
It's in November.
Yeah, and the trailer came out a few months ago.
The first trailer, yes.
Anyway, we are pretty
Excited
for this movie to come out. Well, I am. I know I am.
Me too.
Especially if we have all the Spider-Man connected, because I love the first one. I love the second one, and Tom Holland, of course. But if they are all different. How they portray the character, they're all different. Like in the first movie, it was funny, but it was also very sad, especially when he lost his ankle.
Yes.
When he lost his ankle in the second movie, it was less emotional, I think. Like the actor is amazing because I love the second one. But I felt more emotion when I first watched the first movies, and I don't remember if in the last ones they didn't talk about the ankle.
No,
I didn't
just
see.
May.
No, yeah, they just mention it, but we only see May, but we don't see the ankle. So there is no emotion about this at all.
It was
But
emotional.
it's funny.
Iron Man.
Yeah, it was emotional.
When Iron Man
Died.
died, yes.
And
It was very...
Peter really acted bad about it. Like it was...
I
like
cried.
Yeah, like it was a father to him. So... And it's... he really portrayed the high school a part of Spider-Man. Like the first one seemed much older, and in the Amazing Spider-Man, in the first one he's in high school, but in the second movie he's already graduated. So in the last with Tom Holland, we really see Spider-Man in school. So it's different. It's different, but all the movies are really good.
Okay.
So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the videos, and we'll do more reaction, obviously, because there is also Okay.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, who just came out, and I'm pretty sure it's good. It's a good movie too.
And tell us what do you think of the trailer?
I want to know your opinion.
Yes.
About it, and if you think like the same, just like us, if you think that there will be old actors all coming together in the movies, that all the Spider-Man, all the villains, the old villains of the first movies, that should be so cool.
And if you are excited
as we are.
Yes. So thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
If you liked it, you can
thumbs up
and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Take care.